In this video, I'm going to show you a recipe that will change your life. Stay tuned. I'm Professor Spira, and I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret, and I've helped thousands of people transform their lives for the better using natural, holistic methods. And today, we are going to explore one of my favorite recipes. This is my Honey Tangerine Recipe. And see, we have a nice assortment here of tangerines. And one thing that I'll address right up front, which I know some people will take issue with, is this theory of hybridization, that all things that are hybrid are starch forming or inherently GMO or inherently cancer causing or inherently bad and to be avoided at all costs, even though try very, very hard to find some original fruit or vegetable that has been unchanged in the past 20,000, 30,000 years. I'll wait. Yeah, you didn't find too many. And people need to understand the Mucusless Diet Healing System is not a foods list diet. There is no law. There's no law of list that you have to say these foods, this is okay because it's on this list. These are not okay because they're not on the list. We don't operate like that. The question is, how well does any given item eliminate? In my opinion, that is more important than anything. That trumps everything. Does it eliminate well? And if you don't know what I mean by that, then you need to study a little bit more. Read the Mucusless Diet Healing System book. Learn what we mean when we talk about elimination, because that's what it is all about. If you aren't into elimination, if you don't really, you're not really focusing on elimination, how something eliminates. Does it help cleanse the body? Does it leave behind waste? Does it create constipation? Does it slow down lymphatic system? If you're not into that, then you're not talking about real health. You're not dealing with any kind of real sophisticated dietary understanding about healing. And so that's that. That's the, I'm not going to do any more on that. The hybrid, if you then don't get it, then get a regular orange or get whatever's on your list, whatever your priests and gurus have said is okay for you to eat. That if they've had their connection with God and they've beamed it to you and they've said it was okay for you to eat it, and anything that's not, that they don't approve, you won't do it, then don't do it. then why did you click on this video when it said honey tangerine? Obviously you don't believe in these, you don't want them. So, with that said, we've weeded out the people that are not ready for this deliciousness that's in these. And so let's get going. So here's the recipe. You want to have a good knife, a little cutting board, and something to potentially house your cut fruit on. And the way that I cut it is I do it around the equator of the oh, look at that. This is going to be delightful. This, I already know what this is about here. I mean, these are so sweet. More for us. If the hybrid fearing people don't want none of these, cool. I will eat these all day. This isn't starchy. It's not too acidic. It will become alkaline in your body. No problem with it. So let's do a little taste. So oftentimes when I eat it, I just eat them one at a time like this. I cut it up and I eat that one. When I'm done with that one, and I go to the next one. For this one, I'll cut up a few and then get them ready. Ugh. I love these. These are so good. They have seeds. For people that don't know why I said that, that's a reference to, again, the hybrid focused, obsessive people. Hybrid obsessed. I could create a hybrid obsessive. I could create some kind of thing. But yeah, just in the GMO and it's like there's the analysis on those issues is terrible from what I see out there, and I'll make some more nuanced and analytical videos on that sometime in the future. But for right now, it's just there's so many problems with that entire way of thinking, that entire paradigm that has sort of been propped up over the past 10 years, 15 years, which really kind of caught legs. And it's problematic to me. I think we need to focus on, does it create slime? If this will not degrade into slime. Now, if this was a piece of white bread, you put it in water, it would turn into slime. This will not turn into slime inside your body. And I'm going to plate these, part of the recipe. So let me go ahead and cut up a few more of these, because I'm preparing these for a mukbang. So that'll be on a separate video. Do a honey tangerine mukbang. That word's still funny to me, mukbang. All right. And like I said, this is, if you came here for pretty, for pretty plating and all that, wrong channel there. But there's a bunch of my friends that I can turn you on to that are Instagram stars who have beautiful, beautiful presentations of fruit and vegetables and juices and smoothies. And you can get all your inspiration for beauty there. I'm kind of workman-like. You know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, blue collar fruit eating. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not that gritty, but it's not pretty. It's not as pretty as some of these folks. It almost looks too pretty to eat in some of these channels. I'm like, do you want to eat that? That's like a piece of art, you know. So all right. So now in terms of an amount, I eat quite a bit of these. If I'm going to have just these in a meal, which is normal, I'll have this as a fruit meal. I might have 5, 6, or 7 of them, depending on the size and how good they are. If they're not good, then you got to kind of supplement. Now, okay, now this one's not too good. This one is not really ripe. It's got this thick kind of weird, I don't know if you can see it, this weird kind of, so I'm not going to deal with that one. This should be a good one. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and plate these over here. So that is how you do it. Mono meals. Read the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret. You can read our version, the annotated, revised, and edited version. Read another version. Just read the book and check out the section talking about mono meals, mono fruit meals, combinations. You want to always be cognizant of how you're combining the food. You don't want to have very strange combinations. You would never want to combine or eat something like this along with, say, the toast. if you're into that part of the transition, the well-toasted wheat bread. You're supposed to have that with the vegetable meal. And if you're going to have a vegetable meal in close proximity to fruit, then you want to wait at least 15 minutes and then have your vegetable, and preferably start with the raw salad, and then you work your way down. If you're having some kind of cooked vegetables, then you would bring that in after it. There's a whole process about that. We talk a lot about that on this channel. Read it in the Mucusless Diet book. We won't go over all that here, but just understanding these principles is so important. The principles of transition, principles of the Mucusless Diet Healing System. And that is, you know, the trick is really finding good fruit wherever you're at, finding some fruit that's sweet enough that can satisfy you. And when you can find that fruit and you have access to it, it's on. And normally where I'm at, I can usually find at least one type of fruit that's usually seasonal, that's good. And when I do, I wear it out. I mean, I'll eat that one type of fruit for weeks maybe, where that's the main thing that I'm eating in terms of fruit. And vegetables are the same pretty much year round, besides like squashes. There'll be seasonal squashes that are available in the fall that's not available other times in certain locations. But for the most part, your core vegetables are the same. You're gonna have your salad stuff. If you have modern supermarkets, mind you, and you're not growing your own stuff, or it's not like winter and you don't have access to supermarket. If this was 1910, we'd have to talk about this differently. We wouldn't have a cell phone and video camera to talk into. So I'm not gonna talk to you like it's 1910. I'm talking to you like it's 2020. And in 2020, in terms of having access to supermarkets, it's standard to have salad stuff, all the mixed greens. I do a lot of the 50-50 baby spinach, mixed green combination kind of stuff as the core of my, as we call it, Spira's soft salad. I make softer salads than some of the really coarse salad options that are talked about in terms of the broom salad kind of stuff. I'll talk about that in the e-course. If you want some more a few more complicated kind of recipes, check out my e-course, Mucusless Diet Healing System e-course. And there's we have some recipes in there. We got, things like baked squash, baked banana, my salad. I go over in detail my favorite personal salad, how we deal with that. And so if you want to get access to that, it's not online, it's not anywhere for free or something on my channel. It is just in the e-course. So if you want that, if you're interested in that, please enroll in the e-course. And if you do, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you will definitely enjoy that. So I'm going to close this off. I thank you for being here. And don't go anywhere. I want you to click right here. Check out this link to this video. Click it. And this is an incredible video. So I'm going to see you over there.